know not to drive faster than the posted speed limit, but what do you do when you don't see a sign posted for miles? I took your questions to the Red Bluff Police Department in this week's Traffic Tuesday. Well, sometimes you're driving along and you don't see the posted speed limit and it's a little confusing. So for today, we're talking to Officer Alarid about what to do in those scenarios. If you don't see it and you're kind of just in a city area like this, what's a safe bet?
Well, the most general rule is that all residential, business, and school zones are going to be 25 miles an hour unless otherwise posted. So if you're unsure of the speed limit and you think you're in one of those types of zones, just bring it on down to about 25 miles an hour and continue on your way so that way you're not creating a hazard for anyone else.
Okay, and then sometimes you get into those roads. I know that you're city police, but when you get into a little bit more rural areas where it's not marked and there seems to be a lot of space out there, I mean, do you give some leeway to people?
So on those roads out there, those 2-lane undivided highways, those generally default to 55 miles an hour, unless of course it's posted differently. So if you're out on one of those country roads that's just kind of winding through a bunch of pastures and fields, typically those are going to be your 55 mile an hour roads.
Okay, if you see multiple people speeding on the same road and you pull somebody over and they're like, well, I was going just kind of the flow of traffic, is that a valid excuse?
No, it's really not. Just because someone else is speeding doesn't mean that everyone else gets to speed too. It's kind of like if someone's walking out of the store with a shopping cart full of stuff they didn't pay for, it doesn't mean you get out of line and go steal your stuff too.
Okay, so best bet, know the zones, know the speed, and stay safe, right? All right. In Red Bluff, Hayley Watts, Action News Now. Now, California does allow ticketing for driving too fast for conditions, even if it's at or below the posted speed limit. So that's, when it's really foggy like it recently was, or really smoky out there, or raining very hard.
It certainly does get confusing. I was wondering if you could go over to France and do a French version of that.
Oh, gosh.
Because it can get confusing driving in a foreign country.
I'd
That's
take the
darn
train.
sure.
Yeah, that would be my game plan there.